Hello, Deepadi. Namaste.
नमस्ते भैया.
Let's wait for a while and then we'll start. Honestly, I'm outside home, so I don't know for how long my network persists. Ji.
ओके ओके भैया.
So I might make you host. Kindly look into it. Ji.
ओके ओके. भैया, shall we start the session now? Let me share the screen from my
Ji, Guru, we may start. Come over to you.
Okay भैया, I'll share the screen from my side. Is the screen visible भैया?
Yes, Guru,
Namaste.
perfectly visible. Voice is also clear.
Okay, okay भैया. Namaste everyone. Last week we started with the content of eSIP UHV follow-up session. We'll continue from the same discussion. During the first session of eSIP UHV module, we will start with the introductory session. We'll ask the students to introduce themselves. The mentor will be introducing him or her to the students. So after that, we ask the students to give a assignment. We ask them to make a list of your aspirations, make a list of your achievements, and make a list of your concerns. So this way, when we continue with the discussion, we can see that many students are there, most of their aspirations are almost similar. From that discussion, we will ask them some questions related to their present effort. If someone is saying that I want to become an engineer, aspiration is to become an engineer. So through that discussion, let me take that previous slide. We'll start from that discussion. Basic aspiration, we will come to this conclusion that everyone want to be happy. If someone want to become an engineer, someone want to become a doctor, someone want to become a politician, when we ask the question, why you want to become an engineer? We can get many answers. I want to earn money. I want to serve my country. I want to make my parents proud. So again, when we ask the question, what you're expecting out of it, expect to become an engineer. Present effort, they may be saying that they are studying hard so that they will get a job. They will be able to, so they will get a job. Expectation is to get a job. So why you are expecting to get a job? They may be saying that I want to take care of my parents. I want to make my parents proud. So what you're expecting out of it? Expect to be happy and prosperous. I'm expecting happiness out of it. So many expectations, many aspirations, when we are having these discussions with the students, we can say that they want to be happy and prosperous. So we can ask them this question, okay, you are making the present effort, you want to become something, expect to do something, so that expect to be happy and prosperous. Basic aspiration is happiness and prosperity. Everyone want to be happy and prosperous. Basic aspiration of every human being is the same: happiness and prosperity in continuity. If we see this 1, 2, 3, these are the steps for achieving the basic aspiration. So what do you think about this? Do we need to start from 1 or do we need to start from this happiness, prosperity, the present moment itself? Do you want to be happy? Otherwise, what will happen if we think that I will be happy after getting a job, after earning money, after taking care of my parents? I may be struggling for that. I won't be able to enjoy the moments. So I may be getting bored. I won't be able to do the things properly. So instead, every moment, if I am able to see this happiness, it will help me in achieving my basic aspiration of continuity and prosperous. This was our discussion in the previous session. So these are the steps towards our basic aspiration, 1, 2, 3. Now, let us see this question. How would you plan your life? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the way at present we all are planning our life. We are taking some efforts and we have some expectations. On the basis of this expectation, we are expecting something and we expect to be happy after doing all these things. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Plan the steps without being clear of your basic aspiration. Without thinking about the basic aspiration, we are planning the things. Or 4, 3, 2, 1. Develop clarity of your basic aspiration and then work for the steps. For example, if I am able to know this, that happiness and prosperity in continuity is my basic aspiration. So whatever I do, expect to do something, whatever I do, I'm studying hard, I'm practicing something, I'm attending a coaching class, expecting something. What I'm expecting out of it? I'm expecting happiness out of it. I may not get bored in doing all these things. Every moment I am happy. If I am happy in whatever I do, it will help me in taking the decisions properly, so that I'll be able to plan my life properly. So what do you think about this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plan the steps without being clear of your basic aspiration. Or 4, 3, 2, 1. Develop clarity of your basic aspiration and then work out for the steps, A or B. You can kindly respond through the chat box. What is your opinion about this? Maybe I can provide you the mics. If you want to say something, you can unmute and speak. Mics are provided to most of you. So what is your plan? Do you want to plan your life 1, 2, 3, 4 without having any idea of basic aspiration, or 4, 3, 2, 1 develop clarity of our basic aspiration and then work for the steps? Can I get some responses? I think most of you have attended the recent student workshop. You may had the similar kind of discussions in the student workshop also. We will have a follow-up of those things, what we discussed in the student workshop. A or B? A is 1, 2, 3, 4. B is 4, 3, 2, 1. You can respond through the chat box. You can just write A or B. Yes, we can make it as an interactive session. If any of you want to speak, you can unmute and speak. It will help others. Yes, Rajendra Prasad ji.
बेसिक एस्पिरेशन को हम सबसे पहले रखेंगे.
Basic aspiration.
वो हम सबसे पहले रखेंगे कि हमारी मूल चाहना को हम ध्यान देंगे. उसके बाद फिर हम
Yes, भैया.
जी उसके बाद फिर हम एफर्ट करेंगे.
Nice, भैया. We
उसके
can
बाद
keep, yes, that means it is 1, 2, 3, 4 or 4, 3, 2, 1. Basic aspiration, we can keep basic aspiration in the beginning means it is 4, 3, 2, 1. Every moment we want to be happy. We are not expecting happiness at the end. We are expecting happiness in the present moment itself. Thank you, Bhaiya. Nice, Bhaiya. Rajendra Prasad ji. Anyone else? Yeah. Yes, Bhaiya.
Yes, okay.
Okay, thank you, Bhaiya. Anyone else want to say something on this? If you are happy every moment, you just think about the situation. When I am happy, when the decisions, whatever I am taking, I will be able to take the decisions with clarity. On the other hand, when I am unhappy, I will be in a contradiction. I may not be able to take the decisions now. So let us see the situation. Life without clarity of basic aspiration. That means I am not sure about my basic aspiration. I am thinking that after completing my studies, I'll get a job. So I am looking forward for getting the job. When I am getting a job, I will be happy. But when I get my job, I may be thinking about a salary hike. So I think that if I get that much salary, I'll be happy. I'm not sure where I want to reach. Every time I'm thinking about something more and more. But instead, if we have the idea of basic aspiration, we will be able to take the decisions with a clarity. Otherwise, what will happen? The direction of our effort may keep changing. We may not know whether we have arrived or not. Very likely that there will be a mix of satisfaction and dissatisfaction. Some of the situation I'll be able to see happiness when I'm getting something, when I'm getting a promotion, I'll be satisfied. But when I know that my colleague is also getting the promotion and she's getting more salary, then I'm getting unhappy. I'm not sure about my aspiration. So there will be a mix of satisfaction and dissatisfaction. Without having the knowledge of basic aspiration, I may be aiming, my aspiration is not clear, my goal is not clear. So aim for the sky, make money and have fun. So I'll be working for making the money. without considering about my happiness in the present situation. So it will be a chaos like this. I will be doing many things. Every time I am busy with doing many things, I am not at all happy. Every time I am stressed. This is what happens when we are not having the clarity of basic aspiration. But you think about the other situation. Yeah, present, I'm doing something, I want to become something, I want to get something, but I'm not reaching anywhere, just moving from this point to this point because I'm not sure about my goal. If I'm sure about my basic aspiration, I want to be happy and prosperous, all my efforts will be towards that only. Are you able to see this? So we'll see the situation. Life with clarity of basic aspiration. Our basic aspiration is very clear. Destination is fixed. So I know where I need to reach. Today I am working for something. I am sure about my basic aspiration. So I need to see, I should be able to see happiness in the thing what I am doing. For example, now I am delivering the content to you. Now I am having this, we are having this session. If I am able to see happiness in whatever I am doing, I will be able to remain in harmony all the time. But on the other hand, from morning onwards, if I am thinking that, oh, evening I have to do that, 1 hour I need to take the session, I'll be getting worried. It won't be helping me in any of my activities. I will be getting confused. I may be feeling stressed because of these thoughts. But on the other hand, if I am able to see happiness in all the activities with this knowledge that my basic aspiration is fixed, it is happiness and prosperity. I am aware about my current state. Through right evaluation, I can plan the steps that connect and lead to the fulfillment of basic aspiration. Then my direction is definite. I'll take the same example. Morning, I'm very sure that I have to take the session 7:30 to 8:30, the follow-up session. I will be able to plan the steps with this clarity. I can see happiness in the job, whatever I am doing. So I will complete all the jobs before 7:30 and I will be able to sit with you. Otherwise, what will happen? If I'm not sure about the basic aspiration, if I consider this as a job, I'm getting stressed from the morning onwards. I have to do that, I have to do this. How I'll be able to go for this thing at 7:30? I have to complete that, whether I'll be able to complete it. So many thoughts. But with this clarity, it can bring harmony in our life. So what will happen? All our direction of efforts will be pointing towards that. Whatever I do, I may be expecting this happiness, to be happy and prosperous all the time. Basic aspiration is definite. It does not keep changing. It is definite. It seems to be same for all human beings. Let me ask this question. Kindly respond through the chat box. Do you think that the basic aspiration of every human being is the same? You can respond yes or no. Do you think that the basic aspiration of every human being is the same? Yes. Let us have some responses through the chat box. All of you kindly respond. Let me repeat the question. Do you think that The basic aspiration for all the human beings is the same. Nice. We are getting some responses. Yes. So let me continue with the same question. So what is our basic aspiration? What is our basic aspiration? Happiness and prosperity in continuity. What it means? All of us want to be happy all the time. The present moment, I want to be happy. Present moment, I am doing something. So how can I be happy? If I am able to see harmony in whatever I do, I will be able to remain happy all the time. So being in harmony, this happiness is different from excitement. Happiness is being in harmony. If I am able to see this basic aspiration, my basic aspiration is definite. It won't keep changing. It seems to be same for all human beings. So thinking, doing something, expect to become something, expect to do something, everything, all direction of effort will be pointing towards that only. Whatever I do, I should be able to see happiness. Whatever I think, I will be thinking about this. Okay, today I need to do that. If I'm happy in doing that, it will help me in achieving my basic aspiration. So let us continue this discussion. Let us make it as an interactive session also. Mics are provided to most of you, almost all of you. So you can unmute and speak. You don't need to wait for any permission or anything. We can see this as a family reunion. Every week we are meeting. So you can directly unmute and speak. So let us see this question. Many paths or only one? For getting this happiness, do we have only one path or many paths? Now that we can distinguish between basic aspiration and the path to fulfill it, find out what would be appropriate if your favorite path is closed. Kindly respond for this question also. Continue to be unhappy about it or find an alternate path. You just imagine the situation. Many children, they are aspiring to get admission in IITs. They are working for that, studying hard, 11th, 12th, completely focusing on this JEE exam. But the seats are limited. Only those who are able to get high scores, they only will be able to get admission in IITs. Maybe very small difference in margins. Many students, they won't get admission. So what they need to do? Continue to be unhappy about it or find an alternate path? A or B? Kindly respond. You can think about yourself. You can think about the experience from your own life. I was aspiring about particular thing, but I didn't get it. So what I was doing in that case, I was unhappy all the time, or I was able to find an alternate path. Kindly respond. If you want to share your experience with others, you can unmute and speak. Mics are there. In our campuses also, we can see many children, first year students. They are very unhappy. So when we ask the question, when we ask to seek the concern, seek the reason for their depression, maybe we'll be getting this answer. I was preparing for JEE from my 8th standard onwards. My parents were always saying that you need to crack this JEE exam, you need to get admission in IIT, in any of the IITs. But unfortunately, I was not able to get good score. I ended up here in this institution. Some of my friends are studying in IITs. I think I consider myself as unlucky. We were almost similar, me and my friend. We were almost similar in our studies. We were almost same in our studies. But he got admission. She got admission. So what is your opinion about this? If you are remaining unhappy, thinking about such kind of situation, will it help us, or we need to think about alternate path? If you are thinking unhappy, you can write A. If we need to think about alternate path, you can write B. Kindly respond through the chat box. Yes. If any of you want to open your mic and reflect upon this, it will be helpful to everyone. Any comments, any reflections? This is a common scenario in most of our life, daily life. Many things are happening like this. We may think that evening when I come back home, I need to get that particular sweet. My mom was saying in the morning, evening I can make it for you. So when you are coming back from the school, you will get that sweet. I was thinking about that particular sweet whole day. When I came back home, my mom was saying that, oh, sorry, beta, I was busy today. I'll make it tomorrow. I didn't get the time. So what will be your feeling in that case? Will you feel unhappy? Or you find some alternate path? Such situations are happening in our life. If you are getting unhappy about all these things, it won't lead us anywhere. It will only bring disharmony in us. It will only bring contradictions in us. If you are aware about our basic aspiration of continuity of happiness and prosperity, definitely we can think about an alternate path. There are many examples. I wanted to go to the US for my degree, but I was forced to take admission here by my parents. My dreams are shattered. I did not get the branch of my choice. My motivation to study is gone. I did not get the institute of my choice. I'm unhappy. What is your opinion? Do we need to continue with this unhappy situations throughout our life? Or do we need to find alternate paths? If you are aware about our basic aspiration, definitely we can think about the alternate paths. So this is what we discussed in the previous session. So every student has some aspiration. We can correct it as every human being has some aspiration, but may not be clear about the basic aspiration. All of us are having different aspirations. But if we think about the basic aspiration, we can see that basic aspiration of every human being is same. It is continuity of happiness and prosperity. The right way to proceed is to be clear of the basic aspiration and then decide the program to fulfill it. If I am aware about the basic aspiration, I can decide the program for fulfilling it. At the level of the implementation, there can be several ways in terms of becoming something, doing or getting something to fulfill the basic aspiration. Doing part is different. How can I make me happy? How can I find an alternate path? It is different for different people. But the purpose part is same, but the intention part is same. I want to be happy. So at the level of implementation, we can choose paths suitable to us. If I am sure about the basic aspiration, definitely I will be able to find my path towards happiness, my path towards basic aspiration. Many times, the favorite paths chosen by students might be based on some borrowed notion or sensation, and they need help in exploring all the possibilities. This also we can see in our campuses. Many students, they are choosing computer science as their branch of choice, first choice. Why? Because we'll get a high-paying job after completing this BTech degree. We don't need to waste time for any MTech or higher courses. We'll get good job, high-paying salary after completing this BTech degree. How do you know about this? Yeah, I can see many people, my neighbor who got this job, and one of my friends, elder brother, he got very good job, and my uncle, he's a computer science engineer. That's the reason I'm opting for computer science. Is it a right choice? Whether you are able to, whether your passion, whether your interest is similar to computer science engineering, similar to the skills required for computer science engineering, definitely you will be able to succeed in that. But sometimes we can see that they don't like using even a computer. They also go and choose computer science without knowing the reality. So we need to explore all the possibilities. We can help the students. As teachers, we can help the students. Students can also seek the help from elders, teachers, your seniors. So no need to get frustrated in if you are not getting the branch of your choice, if you are not getting the college or institution of your choice. Even the favorite path is closed. We have different paths for success. If we are aware about our basic aspiration, then there are different paths for success. So this is what we discussed in the first session. Now we can see the home assignments. You can think about this question, write your conclusions or takeaways from this session. Is your basic aspiration really happiness and prosperity? What is your perspective about happiness and what is your perspective about prosperity? Reflect on your response or reaction to situations where your favorite path to what you assume to be your goal was closed. Write down one related incident. Yeah, this is a nice exercise. Usually we will ask the students to keep one UHV, one notebook. This particular module we are teaching, we are discussing, we are delivering this content during the induction program. And when the student is continuing with his studies, he may get opportunity to attend UHV 2 3-credit course in the second year. And you may also get some follow-up sessions through your institution, through the UHV cell of your institution. So better if you are able to keep a UHV notebook from the very beginning, whatever discussions we are having, whatever takeaways we are having through the end of each of the sessions, you can write it down. It will help us in your explorations. Yes. Any one of you want to talk something? If you were able to attend the recent workshop, or when you are attending the workshop, can I get some responses? Let me ask you this question. How many of you are students? Please raise your hand. I'll be able to count the number. How many of you are students? Kindly raise your hand so that I can count the number. Or you can write in the chat box. How many of you are faculty members? Kindly respond through the chat box. Yes, I can see one hand raised. Is it for the student or for the faculty member? Faculty members can kindly respond to the chat box. Yes. Srinivas Gupta ji. Yes. How many of you are students? Rajat Saxena ji. Nice. Yeah. What about others? Others can also respond to the chat box. Last week we were having one. Yes. Barkha Rajput ji is also a teacher from the school. Very nice. Nice. Last week we were having a student workshop. So actually we are expecting some participants from the student workshop also. If anyone is there in the meet from that student workshop, kindly respond to the chat box. Any of you from the recent workshop is attending the follow-up session today, kindly respond to the chat box. Yes. Yeah, we'll continue with this discussion. If you want to reflect upon your experiences related to this first session of our introductory of our UHV 1 workshop, eSIP workshop, you can share your experience regarding this. Otherwise, we will move towards the next session. Let me stop my sharing here and I'll take the session 3, next session. Let me share the new slide. Session 3 is actually basic human aspiration and its fulfillment. Hope the slide is visible. Is it visible to you? Basic human aspiration and their fulfillment. So in the first 2 sessions, we had the discussion on our basic aspiration, and we were able to see that basic aspiration of every human being is continuity of happiness and prosperity. Now in this session, we will discuss how the basic human aspiration can be fulfilled. What can be the program for fulfilling the basic aspiration? That we will discuss. So this was the last slide of the previous session. If I am aware about my current state, and if I am aware about my basic aspiration, all my direction, all my efforts will be directing towards that basic aspiration. Whatever I do, I expect to be happy. I think I'm going that place for a purpose. I'll be happy doing that. I won't feel stressed. I won't consider it as a job. I'll be happily doing that. I will enjoy doing that. Instead, if I am worried about the situation, it will bring disharmony in me. Every day we are doing many things at home. Cleaning our room, cooking, working in the kitchen garden. If we consider it as a job, it will really bring us disharmony. But instead, if you are able to see harmony in that, on the basis of this understanding, my aspiration is to be happy. I can see harmony. So my direction of effort will be for that only. Even if I am working in the garden, my direction of my effort will be towards achieving harmony in the things whatever I am doing. So what is the outcome? Basic aspiration is definite. It won't keep changing. It seems to be same for all human beings. Let us explore this. In the previous session, we saw that our basic aspiration, happiness and prosperity, home assignment was to check if it is true for you. We also asked you to write down your perspective about happiness and prosperity. These were the assignments. So what do you think about happiness? What do you think about prosperity? That was the assignment. If any of you want to respond on to these questions, it would be very nice. What do you think about happiness? According to you, what is happiness? According to you, what is prosperity? You can just say your reflections. Anyway, in this particular session, we will be discussing in detail the proposals related to happiness and prosperity. So what do you think about happiness? What do you think about prosperity? And if you want to respond, we can explore into that. In this session, we are going to explore these two questions. Are happiness and prosperity our basic aspirations? Now, most of us have this confusion. It is said that happiness and prosperity is basic aspiration. Is it true for me? We can check that. We will explore this question. If it is happiness and prosperity, then how can I fulfill this? What is needed to fulfill this aspirations? Through this exploration, we will also see what this UHV 1 course is about. It will help to answer the questions like, what is the content of UHV? What is the process of UHV? Why we are doing this course? Will it really help me in fulfilling my aspirations? Will it really help me in addressing my concerns? So most of you are worried about this. Why? I can see one hand raise. Yes, Bhaiya, Rajat Saxena ji. Bhaiya, you can unmute and speak.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, sir.
So I have just one query. Actually, I have been part of this UHV for long, and एक doubt हमेशा आ जाता है. Just want to clear that doubt, right? So just एक question है कि when we say happiness, what does happiness actually means? हंसना तो happiness नहीं है. कई बार हम इतने खुश होते हैं कि आंसू निकल आते हैं, right? खुशी के आंसू जैसे, you're overwhelmed. So that is also moment of happiness for us, right?
Mm-hmm.
ये क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली मुझसे बच्चे ने पूछा है एक, आई टेक UHV, तो उसने कहा सर हैप्पीनेस क्या है, एंड इट वाज अ वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन, मतलब क्या चाहिए, हम इतना बोलते हैं, तो इफ देयर इज नो कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन दैट इज आल्सो हैप्पीनेस, राइट? इसका आंसर एकदम से, मतलब मैं भी थोड़ा सोच में पड़ गया, आई वाज थिंकिंग हैप्पीनेस क्या है, मैं क्या आंसर करूं। मैंने कहा देयर इज नो कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन, दैट इज आल्सो हैप्पीनेस, पीसफुलनेस इन माइंड, पीसफुलनेस ऑफ सोल इन माइंड, अगर पीस है आपका, दैट इज आल्सो हैप्पीनेस। तो आई जस्ट रिप्लाइड दीज थ्री वर्ड्स, दीज थ्री लाइंस, एंड देन आई वाज जस्ट थिंकिंग कि अगर मैं हैप्पीनेस को बताना चाहूँ तो कैसे बताऊं।
Nice, Bhaiya.
मैम if you can-
Nice question, Bhaiya. Yeah. We may think that it's a really basic question, but it is very difficult to answer. What you said is exactly right. Like, what is happiness? When someone is saying that when I eat delicious food, I am happy, whether I'll be able to continue in that state, you can ask the question. I can eat.
that is clear with me. Like
Yeah,
for
that's,
physical
yeah,
facility, if it is related to body, then obviously
yes,
it
Bhaiya.
will not last for long duration of time. But
Yes.
when I say, like I was giving some example, like if you do good, that will make you happy. Like I said, ki maybe 15 years back, like I had a tendency when I was a student, whenever I used to go out, I used to give 10 rupees to someone. That was what I made as a as that was my doing, that whenever I go out, I give 10 rupees to any beggar or anyone I see who is needy in front of me, है ना? And maybe that I
You are
may
able to
have,
see happiness in that.
मुझे शायद 10 रुपए नहीं जरूरत हो लेकिन मैंने दे दिए. My friend used to say, तू इतना कंजूस है, and why are you giving money, like distributing money like this? But then I replied to it was, that time also when I was student, that time I replied, it's not that I'm giving 10 rupees to anyone. Mostly I try to give to someone who needs 10 rupees. Right? And if even if I have done it wrong, maybe if I am doing it every time, maybe once I have done it right, that gives me happiness. शायद कोई भूखा था और उसको अगर मेरी वजह से, मैं बार बार करता हूँ और शायद कभी किसी भूखे को मैंने एक्चुअल में खाना खिला दिया हो, तो दैट इज इनफ, एंड दैट फीलिंग इज इनफ फॉर मी, इवन दो उसके लिए मुझे 10 बार 10-10 रुपए बांटने पड़े, राइट? तो
Nice.
आई वाज जस्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग दिस टू देम, बट
Okay.
देन आई वाज थिंकिंग, यहाँ पर जो फीलिंग आई, तो मैंने कहा ये फीलिंग मैं आज 15 साल बाद भी आप लोग के साथ शेयर कर पा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि दैट गिव्स मी हैप्पीनेस, राइट?
Nice.
बट द थिंग अगेन, वही हैप्पीनेस यहाँ पर क्या है? फिर वही.
Yeah, let me explain it, Bhaiya. Your question is very clear. So, happiness, actually, the proposal is happiness is being in a state of harmony. Being in a state of harmony means I am able to continue in that state. I don't want to come out of that state. You can think about such situation. The same example, what you said, like when I am helping someone, I may feel happy. When I see the happiness in his face, I may be able to see help. I will be able to get this happiness. But whether I'll be able to continuously, I'll be able to get happiness. When he is happy, I am happy because he was expecting something, I was able to give it to him, he became happy. So this reflection of his happiness, reflection of the right feelings in him, it was leading to mutual happiness in our interaction. So this way, that also is a type of, is also happiness, but happiness is actually harmony, being in a state of harmony. I don't need to depend on anyone for this. Now you are saying that when I am helping someone, I am happy. That means I am dependent on another person. But happiness is not like that. It is an innate feeling. Feeling within me. I can decide it. whatever is the outside situation, I'm not concerned about that. The situation is not influencing me. I can remain in harmony. You just think about a situation, some chaos, some contradictions are happening around me. But in that situation also, if you are able to remain in harmony, you will be able to take right decisions. But on the other hand, you are also getting influenced by these contradictions or chaos. You will be in disharmony. You won't be able to take the right decisions. Are we able to see the difference? So happiness is that state where I'm able to remain in harmony. If the student is asking the question, you can take some examples like this and you can tell them. Usually we think that when I help, I was also doing similar kind of things when I was in my college days, school days. I was thinking that when I'm helping that person, I will be able to remain happy. But later I found that giving physical facilities, it won't bring a continuous happiness. If you are able to help others in improving their right understanding, that will be long lasting. Okay, Bhaiya.
Thank you, Didi. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhaiya. Nice question, Bhaiya. Anyone else want to reflect upon this, your reflections on happiness? It was helping me also, Bhaiya. So if you want to say something, we can continue with this discussion. So this UHV 1 course, actually in the very first session, we are having this discussion, we are giving this assignment of aspirations, achievements, and concerns to make the students understand about the purpose of UHV course. How this particular course can help me in fulfilling my aspirations and how it can help me in addressing my concerns. If they are able to say that this course is useful, then they will get interest on this. That's the reason we are starting with this assignment. So we'll start with the process. I think we have 5 minutes more. We'll just start with the process. So in UHV, the process is process of self-exploration. So whatever we are discussing here, it is in the form of a proposal. Not asking you to believe it as true or false. Do not assume it to be true or false. It is only a proposal. So you can verify the proposal and then you can decide either I need to accept the proposal or I need to reject the proposal. How can I do the verification? Actually, this verification and comparison are different. When I am comparing something, I will be comparing it with a thing I had seen earlier, I read somewhere. Accordingly, I will be comparing it. But verification is verification on the basis of natural acceptance. So what is this natural acceptance? Natural acceptance is an innate faculty in each one of us. It is different from acceptance. Acceptance is different for different people. I may be saying that I like tea. Is it same for you? No, it's different. You may be saying that you only like coffee. Someone may be saying that milk. Someone may be saying that I don't like all these drinks. It is different for different people. I may be saying that I like blue color. You may be saying that you like green color. Some other person may be saying that he like red color. So different acceptances, different interests. But natural acceptance is same for everyone, irrespective of the age. If you are asking a question related to natural acceptance to a small boy, an old woman, it will be same. We will get the same answer. Irrespective of the place, we can get the same answer from India, same answer from Africa, America, everywhere. Irrespective of gender, it is same for everyone. So let us discuss one such kind of question, like if I ask you, do you want to be happy? What will be your answer? Very clear. We want to be happy. We can never expect an answer, I want to be unhappy. Is it? Answer is same for everyone. Irrespective of the place, irrespective of the gender, irrespective of the age, irrespective of time. Today also my answer is same, tomorrow also my answer is same. After 10 years the answer is same. Irrespective of same, I want to be happy all the time. Will it be any difference in your response? Never. So I am getting the answer from my natural acceptance. I have this innate faculty of natural acceptance. You also have this innate faculty of natural acceptance. When we ask this question to that innate faculty, we will get the answer. We don't need to discuss it with anyone. Pretty sure about the answer. When someone is asking you this question, do you need relationship or a position with someone? I need only relationship. What will be your answer? Relationship or a position? There also we can expect similar answers. All of us want to be in relationship with others. How we are getting the answer? We are getting the answer from this innate faculty of natural acceptance. We will continue with this discussion next Wednesday. In our next reunion, family reunion, we'll continue with the follow-up. Thank you everyone for nice interaction. We will continue. We'll see again on Wednesday. Namaste. Over to you, Baya. We can stop the session here. Thank you all. Yes, I'll stop the session here. We'll see next Wednesday. Namaste. Let us stop it here. We'll see next Wednesday.